Let's get this show on the road. Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Edge of Twilight. Today is going to be kind of crazy. The session will be split up into two parts. The first part will be comprising of the current parties, the five of these excellent people, dealing with the huge hat's grand spectacle and the big top. Afterwards, we'll be dealing with the journeys of the other two, ultimately coinciding with the group reuniting, at least to some degree. So.
Spoiler.
What? I'm just explaining what's going to happen.
I feel railroaded.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're running a train on Zahaab?
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
I feel like Lena the plug. That's for the one guy in chat.
One guy.
One guy in chat.
Alright. Anyway, let's not linger on that at all. Okay, so before hold on, let me get comfortable.
Oh yes, the music. I forgot how creepy this was.
Okay.
It's good music.
And so, after your shenanigans with the other crowns, one by one, each of them begin to dance their way in towards the big top. A huge central tent rises up before you. From within it, music and lights and all sorts of revelry await. You are brought further inside, and you notice that there are no other audience members except for yourselves. You are treated almost like royalty, led to the best seats in the house. Popped corn is provided, slathered with just a hint of butter. You are given water and drinks, ale if you request it. The clowns are very accommodating, but each one of them bears a very unsettling visage, their emotions never changing. One a constant smile, one a constant frown, one angry, one disappointed, so on and so forth. Until finally, bit by bit, each of the clowns seems to take their space. Upon taking their place, they stand at attention, and they offer their arms directly towards the air. Palms face up and open. Each of them open their mouths, and no sound comes out. And yet, bit by bit, the world seems to darken. Like the very focus of the world itself, is upon what is about to happen. In a single moment, the tents melt away, and all around you, the world becomes a stage. Okay, 1 second, please. That's weird, you guys didn't transfer. Okay, let me try again. Copy and pasted you. Oh my god, this fucking thing. Oh, that's why. Okay. Let me know when you're loading.
Hello. Will do.
99.
Loading endless white encounter. I don't like this.
I'm so stoked, guys.
Don't think
I'm
about
so,
it.
I'm
I'm
just so
in.
excited.
I'm loaded.
I'm not 99.
99.
Hey, Arcadum, I DM'd you something.
Rainzz, me and you need to get t-shirts that just say 99.
True. 99.
99%.
Woo. I should get a second t-shirt with always ahead.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
no,
fine,
it's
guys.
fine. Yeah, it's fine. But
having
for
so
the
much
name
fun.
Endless White Encounter, I don't see like many white stuff around, to be fair.
Oh, that ambiance blasting in my ears.
I feel that wind,
All right.
like,
Is everyone loaded?
Yes.
yes.
I forget how to turn the wind down.
Go up to the top
Go to
right hand
global.
corner. There's a little like bell.
Uh-huh. Is
That's
it the ambient one?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
ambient.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And so it is. Is everyone loaded?
Yes.
Yes.
As the world begins to darken, the entirety of the tents seem to fall away. And the performance begins. First, there is naught but darkness, until appearing in the center of the shadows, a singular being appears, lit very softly by little, almost firefly-like lights upon his costume. You see the huge hat appear before you. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and beings undisclosed therein, welcome to the performance of Time and Truth. I will be your guide. I will be your narrator. And I shall be your only hope to escape what is to come. Sit back, relax, and blink not your eyes. For what lies before you is beyond sight and mind. Our story begins in the stars.
Mhm.
And all around you, lights begin to shine. Stars begin to twinkle. Unseen throughout the big top that you were once within, you feel as if you are falling through the astral sea itself. Rapid, flowing, the lights seem to move by, until finally, you find yourself floating over a point in the astral sea. And before you, you see a great sphere For many of you, a difficult sight to behold, but you recognize it for what it is. It is a world. A world when looking down upon it. A perspective reserved only for the gods. Yet, through gazing down at this strange world below, the huge hat walks upon a ground that you cannot see. Always level, always even, but never quite in place. Look down below you at the world known as Maltos. A place of ingenuity, advancement, and ambition unchecked. It is here, oh so many years ago, beyond your own lifetimes, that the first seeds of cataclysm were planted. The denizens below know not of the great play that they are about to be actors within, and most of them will not live to see the end of this day. All throughout known creation, the Taladani, wizards of ambition and sharpest of mind, seek to conquer and protect, to invigorate their own people at the cost of conquest. Their great machines and their drunken on power arcanists seeking more and more mana, yet finding never enough. Through their trials and tribulations, what they seek is forever out of reach, but almost their fingertips touch it. And so their chase continues. Wars are fought between planes. Death occurring around all those too simple or shielded from the sight of the war of heaven. This, on the very cusp of victory, we shall watch what happens together. And so, you almost feel like you're falling down towards Maltos, through the air, through the sky, and down through a city that is impossible to even imagine. Great, roiling skyscrapers, buildings impossibly tall, reach into the sky like greedy fingers. Down, you see streets paved, and not a single plant or tree. Colors and lights that would depict of magic folded in on itself several times over, and yet you sense none at all. And down further, until finally you find yourself in a building of finery. Large marble pillars etched with murals depicting famed wizards of the past overcoming their challenges, etched within this room where giants meet, not in stature, but in power and magic. Each of them a representative of a different piece of the people, and each of them equally uncaring. For within them a plan is being formed, a plan to defeat the enemies that they have found that can resist them. For it seems the long arm of the Taladani have reached its limit, For there is an edge to the world's known. And that border is defended. And it is defended with fervency and power. A man seated at the table, wearing robes of blue and a focused mind, informs his compatriots that he has discovered the secret to their victory. They are denied access to cross through this border because of a very simple fact. They are bound to this world's limitations. Therefore, they must shift. They must shift through the edge of magic itself, to the edge of Twilight. And as such, each person present at the table, with different mixtures of awe, fear, and curiosity, begin to ask the man at the head of the table of what he intends to do. And with that, the conversation grows more heated, more desperate, until finally, all at the table are either in agreement or stand aside. The man stands. And it's at this point that the huge hat will appear. Keep careful, close watch upon our actors. This man is known as Taladon. You may know him by other forms and visages, but in this, he is but a mortal man, burdened with too much power. And indeed, from that power, a deep ambition to conquer the broken pieces of his own world. And so, a plan in tow, ambition in his heart, he seeks to overwhelm this new foe, as he has all others. The power that he seeks to use to shatter the edge of mana and to ride the edge of Twilight is simple. He must wield the power of the colors. The colors themselves, locked in their eternal struggle. 6-1, they are balanced and locked within the prism. However, it is here, in this moment, that Taladon will make his first mistake. And with that, the huge hat will fade into the shadows as the colors and lights reveal to you a laboratory. And in the center of that laboratory, a single, almost unassuming crystal just floating. As it floats, its edges marred by conflict, and within it, almost like a rainbow, storming against the edges, fighting with itself. Never victorious, never defeated. And it is at that moment that you see that Taladon approaches the strange crystal and speaks to his people. He speaks of broken covenants, of the struggle of the colors. He speaks of the tumultuous peace. He speaks of greed. And finally, he speaks of his plan. His plan is simple. The colors are far too powerful to control, but the energy that they put off is easy enough to take. And if just a piece could be taken, victory could be his. And so, he and his fellow Arcanists begin to etch at the edges of these crystals, trying to find some way to take that power within. And then, the colors in the room begin to shift. For a piece of the crystal is cracked. And through this crack, disaster flows. The violet, long since held in check by the other colors, the traitorous color, slips through the crack, bursting through the opening of the crystal. The final fail-safes, destroyed and overwhelmed. The violet escapes and enters the waking realm. Taladon and his Arcanists fight, struggle to control this power. But his men are destroyed. Were it not for the other color's intervention, Taladon himself would be destroyed. But there in the remnants of his broken laboratory, Taladon realizes that he has been infected. The violet, though weaker in this state, slowly etches along his skin, threatening to devour his whole person. And so, Taladon raises his staff and quickly begins his work. He would not see his efforts wasted. And so, Taladon takes a sword and removes the hand in question. Cutting free of his own body, the violet slowly incorpses itself around the hand. And Taladon places it within a vat. And from it, he observes the violet, trying to find a manner in which to control it. The secrets that he learns are terrible to know, and slowly his mind begins to fade. It is unclear exactly how many years Taladon was lost to his experiments, but with the death of his men and women that served him, and indeed the outcry of the people, the council had no choice but to act against his wishes. And their act was to defend themselves from the now encroaching threat. A threat that had intended to take advantage of the weakened state of this sector. And as this force advanced, the council went to war without Taladon. It is in these dark moments, as the war in heaven raged to its apex, and the traitorous color moved unchecked, that Taladon discovered what the colors truly were. What was unleashed was beyond anything they could have ever hoped for. and yet beyond anything they could ever hope to control. In a last desperate measure, Taladon sacrificed the sanctity of his own mind in order to understand enough to refract the color, to make something that could be controlled. And as the madness of the violet's corruption etched through his mind, piece by piece, Taladon splintered himself, separated it, and sent it to the cosmos. And in the end, from his own hand, a son. His final creation, his last hope, and his folly. It is here that the huge hat appears once more. And so it is, those O most admirable audience, that our tale takes its turn. It would seem that Taladon, his only mistake, or perhaps his greatest, was given form. And here, in a battle against the great threat, he had hoped to unleash it. But it is unfortunate that Taladon is unaware of one singular truth. There is always a bigger fish. There is always more unseen to the world. And it is here, on the battlefield, the final one above Maltos, that he unleashes his folly. And they are all of them defeated. The enemies, his allies, and himself, the very world of Maltos, rendered to naught. And it is here that the folly of Taladon was captured and placed within the Twilight Station. A place where those from different sectors might meet and discuss diplomacy. Where those of different existences might observe one another. It is here that a neutral party, the Navigators, have taken the folly of Taladon and have attempted to keep safe that which should never be used. The rest of our story features the violet and the colors ravaging the world, and the great wheel unable to turn, and Taladon splintering more and more and more. But it would seem that this tale has not come to its end. And that is where this audience comes in. Piece by piece, actor by actor, you have brought yourselves to this place. You have stood within the station. You have freed that which should not be freed. And now, the story continues. The huge hat will fade into the shadows. And you see the Folly. The Folly of Taladon, hurtling through the astral sea, completely out of control, spitting and swirling in his own maelstrom of power. There's a desperation upon its face, fear and anger in equal parts. Until finally, you see the Folly fall towards a single world. It is large, not unlike that of Verum, where the conflux can be found. As you look down upon it, through the perspective provided by the huge hat, you could see that this large world, temperate and lush, is covered with scars, great black marks, and then you recognize them. They are like the conflux. Great vessels crashed and shattered, landing upon the world. And near the very top, Folly has landed. And the huge hat will reveal itself. It is here, in the world known as Band, that you shall decide the fate of your own story, where you will see that which is unseen by most, and I wonder will ever be seen again. The future is not written in the stones. It is an ephemeral thing. But we make whimsy into real. We make wishes into reality. The time has come to make your choice. What shall it be? And with that, the huge hat will fade, and you will find that the world of Band now floats before you. As it fades out, the picture grows wider. And then you see it almost as if from the perspective of the world that you currently stand. Dragonstar. And between these two spaces, the Great Dream. You see the connections quite clearly. If you wish to travel to Band, you will have to risk the dream. First through the Dragonstorm, then through the Wendigo's Nightmare, and then through the torrent of gnomish kind, and then finally to the empty space. Your path will be arduous, terrible even. but it has now become clear. And with that, the crescendo of the show, as each of the clowns begin to appear from the shadows. They dance for you, twist themselves, juggle, and smile, screaming, with voiceless performances, until finally, the lights begin to turn on, and you find yourself not in the astral sea, lost in a swirling sort of maelstrom, but instead where you started. All right. And with that, the big top opens, and the huge hat strides to the center of the stage and raises his hands. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages and of those entities yet defined, it is with a mournful bitterness, but a sweet appreciation, that I must end our time together. We thank you for allowing us to entertain you this evening. And we await any questions you might have. When you are satisfied, you must only leave to return to what is yours. All right. You guys can do what you want now.
Okay. I was pogging that whole time. I was like, oh, what?
I didn't know
Oh
what
my
lore
God.
clowns.
I know. All that lore that just got dropped on us.
It was a lot. Maelie applauds politely at a show well done.
Luka dropped his popcorn, some of it falling out of his mouth, shocked, not sure what to say, at a loss for words.
Seino is like fidgeting with his fingers, like he doesn't know how to react to that.
I was just gonna follow Maelie's lead, just clapping, like ooh.
Luka looks at them like they're crazy, like, how could any of that be entertaining to them?
Challa wakes up after a long slumber. Oh no, I missed it. What was the best part?
Maelie just rolls her eyes.
Can we go home?
Just in a minute. Mr. Huge Hat, is this where we can ask for the revelations? Is now the time? Wouldn't want to cause any offense, you know?
Of course, my dear.
All right. Well, I know some of my team had a bit of questions.
Be warned.
Yes?
Any question that is asked will be answered.
All right. Irha, Seino, you want to take that risk?
Nah, I don't have anything.
All right. Well, I have just one question. Patron, you keep calling me. Is it because of my hat or because of the power I wield or for some other reason?
Huge Hat will smile. Apologies. I refer to the patron that is behind you.
Maelie nods.
Irha looks behind Maelie as if something was there.
Seino does the same.
Oh, Seino, you see it.
I didn't expect that now.
Irha doesn't see it, but Seino does.
Wait, was it there the whole time?
Yeah.
Or do I just notice it?
You just noticed it, but it's been there the whole time.
Seino is like in shock. He doesn't know what to say. But he tries to keep us in composure, but he's visibly shook.
I have a question. What is that golden ticket? What is that good for that you gave Maelie?
The huge hat will smile. It is as was stated. We turn whimsy into real, and wish into reality.
When exactly did you do that? Sorry, clown person. Around the time you talked about Folly, the fellow, I fell asleep. Sorry, it's just I remember we got to see a live seat, right, Seino? When we saw these two let him out. I missed the rest.
Right. Wait, I didn't catch it, sorry.
Oh, remember, well, the Folly things. It's nice to see in the play, but we got to see it in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
Is that
Right.
a question? Are you asking the man a question?
No. I'm just... I'm just saying that you two got into a play. It's fantastic. Your actions.
Well, we all got
All-
to play.
All the way to the clowns.
Thought you said you had a question for the guy.
I never said that. Did I say that?
Maelie looks
I'm
a
a
little
bit sad.
confused at her party, but kind of shakes it off. One more question, Mr. Clowns, if you don't mind. If we so wanted to find you again and celebrate and revel in your carnival one more time, would you still be here, or do you travel around a lot?
Our outfit travels. We are there when you do not need us, but never when you want us.
Understood.
What is Folly going to do? He
Un-
points.
it is unclear. For that part of the story has yet to be written. That
Oh, so
is up to you.
but so far has he done good or bad? You know, like has he been attacking anyone? We haven't caught up in a while since them two let him out.
The creature is a weapon. A weapon that is confused, frightened, and angry.
The creature is a child.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. What is true is that each moment that it lies within the confused state, the higher the death toll will be.
Well, thank you guys for that fantastic move.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Question. I have a question, big hat guy. What's your favorite pastime?
Ceramics.
That's awesome.
Honestly, this is pretty serious. And you guys are taking it pretty lightly. Folly's out there and is currently and probably will always be a danger. And he is released, and we're going to have to, at one point, deal with this.
Now, you see, it's that kind of attitude that creates monsters in the first place.
I'm surprised neither of you have any reticence about this. It's a bit strange. Yes, let him go around slaughtering. If we stop him, he'll feel uncomfortable, and that is the real danger. Okay. A bit silly.
The problem of this is he's out there, and we just learned a piece of his origins. If there's some way that we can calm or quell his anger or lessen any type of damage that he has done or will do to possibly the world or even all of the astral sea, I feel like that's something that we should take into account, because that's not always just going to affect one world. That's going to affect everyone.
Well, Luka, I'm sure if there was a way, Taladon would have tried to use it. Would have tried to apply it.
Wait.
Would have tried to... Sorry, let me... Taladon would have tried to use it or apply it or do anything with it. But they, of course, came to the conclusion that the only way to do what, Luka, you wish to do, the clown, good sir, implied, was to trap it in a box and paint it a color that would indicate to not let it escape. A dangerous box.
Did you want to say something, Irha?
Problem now.
Sorry, I was going to let Irha say.
No, it's
what he was gonna
okay if Seino wants to go.
No,
Oh, okay.
that was all what I wanted to say.
I'm okay. I see. But I'm just saying, if you're born from an evil demon god, doesn't make you an evil demon god unless you're raised to be an evil demon. Okay? I'm just saying.
The huge hat will
Everybody's
raise
a weapon.
The huge hat will raise his finger. He is not a demon.
Thank you. It's metaphorical.
He is a homunculi, technically.
Forget about the
That's a big
feelings. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that's a big word. I don't know what that means.
Forget about the feelings of the thing. Forget about the thoughts and the things and the juxtaposition of its situation and all of this. Forget about it. Think of only the actions that took.
You
and the
want to
course
be. You
that
want to
took
be.
forth.
Come Taladon. You want to do what he did. The same thing. Repeat it.
Well, we must, because we are the one that stopped it in the first place, and thus we must. It is our responsibility to deal with this thing now, and it is the only possible option we have. If what I slept through, doesn't have an alternative answer, and I really hope it does for you both.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are in big trouble.
I'm not saying. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, Irha.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's not a responsibility, but I'd like to approach the situation without having your swords raised. That's only going to scare someone more, and I'd rather not kill him or her and practically release this thing again. So, maybe we could work with them on this.
Look, thing is, actions aren't always based off of logic. Sometimes there's a good deal of feelings involved, so you can't just ignore Folly's feelings. But if you're so darn worried about it, then why don't we leave and get to it then, huh? Because the way to go into Spawn was to get through the dream, which is actually something we're supposed to be doing anyway.
Challa takes a big, deep breath in. Thank you. Turns around and just starts marching. Let us go there then.
Maelie tips her hat to the clowns and, turns to walk off.
I have
The
one
exit
more
is that
question.
way.
Oh, my.
Great one, bless you. Oh, sorry. He sneezes. I was just off to the bathroom and then I'd leave. Is that way as well?
The huge hat has
Okay.
no response.
And he starts marching that way. The game's paused for me right now, so I can't.
I
react, but
unpaused it.
yeah.
Hold on. Here.
He
There you go.
Yeah.
emotionally. He very kind of like a weight's been lifted off his shoulders, begins marching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Big hat.
I have one last question, Big Cat.
The huge hat will look at Irha.
Are we prepared to live through a task like this? Well, let's phrase this better. Can we? He kind of looks to Maelie for help, for words.
Maelie kind of looks up at him, a little bit dazed. She's still swept away with the music and the show.
He like looks to Luka. He's like waving his hands around, like looking for the words. He's like,
Do
"Are
you
we
believe
prepared?"
that? Oh,
Go ahead.
Sorry,
No,
go
you got
ahead.
it. You got it.
Do you believe we are prepared or apt to deal with this?
No.
Well, there's your answer.
Thank you.
Well,
Like,
next
I'll give you
logical
pats
question
with his
would be,
shoulder.
what could we do to prepare better? Do you have any ideas?
The huge hat will smile. Many serrated teeth, like a shark. And the huge hat will say, "There will be many opportunities for you to strengthen yourselves. The question is, do you have the will to do so?"
Maelie smiles back, a little bit cocky, but tips her hat in thanks of the answer.
Right, even more tasks to do. This won't be an argue point in the party at all. Seino will say sarcastically, and will bow and follow Challa.
Is it possible that I could see one of your employees again? I would like to pick something. A mask.
Gibber!
It's the new guy.
Gibber, go give. Give.
But isn't that the wrong one?
That I don't believe that's the one.
Which one? No.
The one with the
give.
masks.
The big flop he's
give,
talking
gonna
about.
Give. No Gibber.
The Gipper just sadly walks away. He just does a sad noise, like, oh.
No Gibber gonna give. Big flop.
Oh.
Oh,
Hello, Big Flop. May I peruse your mask one more time? He taps his foot a little bit. He waits patiently.
Big flop look at the huge hat. Give him a little nod. Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Your mask options appear. It's the big flop does a little dance.
it's not saying the same. No.
Luka looks at all the masks one more time,
The Gibber watches you.
and and he carefully picks out the first one, and he takes that one.
The Gibber will start ugly crying.
Thank you. And he stows it away for now.
All right. The big flop will leap into the air and will smash into his tent.
What?
Quite the eccentric one.
I like the energy.
You have made the gibber cry.
How do we... I don't
I'm
feel like
sorry.
we should leave on sad parts.
Oh,
we
no,
can
no.
do a dance.
No,
Oops.
no, that, wait. Why are you dying?
For some reason, I applied damage on the 61 from the 100 roll.
Luka goes up to the gibber and gibber guy,
Gibber gonna give, no give.
and Luka he said, "I'm sorry, but I at least can give you a hug." And he goes in to hug him for thanks.
I guess.
Gibber don't get got gib. Gibber gonna
He-
give back.
Oh,
All right.
it's just a hug.
6 arms will come out of the gibber's back, and he will start to give you an omega hug.
Oh god.
It is not comfortable.
Luka starts to struggle.
It is very threatening.
He tries. He tries.
But
to
he will
struggle.
let you go. And the hands will be sucked back into the gibber's back. He'll look at you and go.
Luka just shivers in place and joins the rest of the boys.
Ira
You
gives
had-
you a thumbs up.
You have raised the spirits of the gibber. This is a good omen.
Is it really?
That hug was neither comforting nor reassuring in any way.
Some parts of him feels violated, but he keeps that to himself.
A moment, if you please. Looking down at Maelie.
She comes back after waltzing away. Sir,
Hold up a finger.
What? Ira looks a little bit upset that he's like ushering him out, and he looks to Maelie like, I'm not sure I want to leave Maelie alone, but he's like, he kind of nods and starts making his way out.
All right. Everyone is left at this point except for Maelie. You have been granted something.
mm-hmm.
I would see that you understand what it is.
All right.
God, I wish Russ Money was here. All right. Sorry, it's just this would be perfect. Anyway, the huge hat will lean down from its massive height and will look straight at you, Maelie,
She looks back.
and he will say, "You have potential, a great potential within you. For you see, when you look upon us, what is it that you think that you see?"
How do you mean? Like, are you asking what I think about your costumes or your makeup or something deeper?
The huge hat will only smile.
I think I see a bunch of individuals who have made some interesting choices and are living them out to the best of their abilities.
A safe answer. There are many that will look upon us as freaks, creatures not to be trusted. But what they must understand is what we actually are. We are called clowns. beings of entertainment, and perhaps those with a darker undertone. Look, my teeth, my makeup. What we are is more than that. What we were seers. My people were granted the sight of tapestries weave. The matron herself granted it to us untold years ago. But when you tell people of their futures, they grow frustrated, angry, hateful. It is here that we decided that we would become festive, approachable, entertaining, that we could tell people of their future, and perhaps it would be listened to, and our people would not be killed. Regardless of whether or not such a thing was successful, we are what we are. And you have the potential of the sight within you. I dare say you've probably already felt it. An inkling. A thrumming just beneath your mind. There is great power. I can sense the honk inside of you.
I'm assuming that's why I was given the makeup kit earlier.
Indeed. The honk must be brought forth by yourself. The honk can never be forced.
Huh. I suppose I did have a question, but I didn't want to ask it out in public in front of my team, you know. Using the kit, I was warned that it would, as you say, unleash the honk inside.
Yes.
Would that mean that I'd be suddenly tied to this particular circus, or would I still be able to continue with my team?
Your life is your own to live. But know this, Maelie Wildglen, that once it is honked, it cannot be unhonked.
Can you give me an idea? I like to know what I get into before I get into it, right? So I know how strong I am now, and I know that there's a potential to be even stronger on the path that I'm currently going. If I switched paths and went down this clown route, would it be the same sort of strength? Would it make me stronger?
Only your honk can reveal the way.
See.
And with that, you chat will nod and will stand up tall again. Your friends await you, Maelie.
Appreciate the time you spent. She tips her hat one last time and heads out.
And thus the party leave the carnival behind. If only they knew. Why did you tell them, sir? Some things must be discovered on their own. Give the Gibber his muffins. Okay. This place is weird.
What a great show.
I loved it. These clouds are amazing.
They're great.
I swear. Why would somebody try to kill them? They're super nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, look at them.
well,
They're all
while
smiling.
they're on their way out, Luka would address the group. So, before we entered this place, I wish I could have told you guys sooner, but I received a message from Sera. And in that message, well, I sent her one prior to, but she told me that Effie fell into the dream, and she's heading back to the chromatic anchor. And she would like for us to meet her there.
Alone?
Yes, I'm assuming she's by herself at this point. Sans Effie.
Maelie looks cranky, but still kind of high on clown magic and music. So she doesn't really respond much, just to look cranky.
A little high on the honk, you say?
No problem. I'll get us straight back there.
Was trying so hard not to laugh.
No worries, we'll get straight there.
Challa, instead of checking the wind by licking his finger and lifting it up, he does a little yoga pose, licks his big toe and lip. You know when the girls on Insta grab themselves by the ankle and lift their legs straight into the air, like
Oh
just
my
show
God,
maximal
yes.
flexibility. They
Yes.
just lift up and he tests the wind with his foot because it's more
Okay.
sensitive down there.
Okay.
See?
And we get straight back. There we go. Told you. Didn't even need to make a check. Yeah.
Wait, and
Told you.
what is happening
I'm-
with Sera?
She's heading back to the chromatic anchor, Sans Effie, because she fell into the dream.
Of course.
So now we have to decide, now that we're halfway through to Drakenholm, to go back or do what? Because we're already this far. Now we have to circle back.
Yes.
Sera is heading to the chromatic anchor?
Yes. If she's
Which was
going-
the original plan. But, you know, they went on their little escapade and things went south. So now we have to go collect Effie, I'm assuming,
Now
into the dream,
now that
which was
you've,
our original plan.
Now that you've exited the circus. Poop Smith!
Ira kind of like looks around and he looks at the gobbles.
Where have you been?
At a circus.
Why is your voice different?
It is not. And he puts just a gentle palm on Gobble's snout. It is not.
Totally is. Gobbles remains quiet.
Can Luka insight this? Like, he's saying that something is different. Does he seem different to Luka? He's gonna insight this, actually.
It is.
Why is your voice different?
19?
Oh.
It's, Iris seems more confident than usual, and hasn't said "I'm sorry" once.
Luka just has like an eye on him. He's just watching. He doesn't say anything.
Ira notices you looking and strikes like a pose, like puts his hand on his hips, and kind of raises a brow at you.
He immediately looks away.
Luka, that's far more sass than normal.
But then he looks back, like under his hair, but he's like examining.
Maelie looks at Luka, looking at Ira, and then kind of glares at Luka.
Does he feel her looking
Gobbles
at me?
And then
sees
she
me.
turns and pets Ayaza's nose.
Gobbles sees that Luka is staring at Irha and also becomes jealous. It is my poop, Smith.
Hey.
You said he was
Clean
acting
my
different.
mouth.
Me?
No. Stupid.
Luka rolls his eyes. And
Manners, Gobbles.
Oh, apologies.
Thank you.
Very stupid.
No, Gobbles.
You should teach your dragon manners before I,
You should brush your hair.
I don't, because it'll get too frizzy.
What is frizzy? Is it
Imagine
good?
you combed your scales and then they all got out of
Can I
sorts.
eat it?
No. He takes like a step back from Gobbles in case he thinks about it.
Alright, and Challa will finish his yoga pose and has determined that the correct way is roll me a survival.
The correct way is roll.
But I get advantage for being a ranger, right?
No.
That's only on conflicts, okay. It's not working. I'll just roll manually.
It's not working. That's weird.
It's not letting me click on my token.
Oh,
Okay,
oh.
because I was on the indicator, I'm fucking stupid. Okay.
He summons a fireball.
So I guess we're circling back, huh?
Yo, guys, it's right this way.
Alright, after checking his footometer, Challa leads you back the way that you came. And it's totally not going the wrong way.
Luka fact checks him.
Alright.
Let's see, survival? You're going the wrong way again. Use your compass.
Ooh.
He looks at his compass, realizing it's set to the wrong planet. Oh, yeah, you're right. He licks his compass and lifts his compass into the air. Oh, you're right. This is how you travel. And then they go then they go in the right direction.
Yes.
Yes, the right direction.
Good job.
Lick the
Sometimes I
compass.
wonder how we're not lost all the time.
We are lost all the time, Seino. That's the point.
We somewhat make it to our destinations every time, though. How?
I wonder how many times we're going to be allowed to go in and out of the dream, because I got stuff I need to do in the capital as much as in the dream. But we have to get through the dream to go to Bond. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah.
You must pick one and focus on that. You can stop muddying up your mind and focus down the hatchet.
Well, first we have to settle this situation with Effie being in the dream. And then we can move from there.
Yes, let us move.
Let's go.
All
If
right.
we're gonna go collect her, let's head in the direction where the chromatic anchor is.
So the party wishes to head back.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So,
Where's Challa? Stop.
He's just going. He's
All right.
speeding.
He's sprinting it, dude. He's
All right.
sprinting it down.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
stick formation.
Yes.
Dude, we spent so many games like this.
Okay, different information.
Reverse. Ah yes. Right direction.
All
Terrible
right.
formation.
Oh my god, Seino's is in the off grid.
Wait, one sec. Wasn't the chromatic anchor on conflicts?
what?
What?
No.
What?
Flipping me around.
Oh, that was a joke.
Oh.
That's his ranger skills coming out. And we are on
Yeah.
conflicts. Right?
If he manifests
Challa,
it
you're
enough, he
supposed
gets
to
his
be a ranger.
advantage back.
I'm starting to question that.
Dude, what do you-
Just now you're questioning that?
Don't worry, I don't want to be a ranger either.
Well, then why didn't you ask the clouds for something if you didn't want to be a ranger anymore?
I asked them from Dragon Runes, they had nothing.
Okay.
have nothing.
This cloud music is giving me anxiety because it keeps speeding up.
I'm still
You
just
guys-
happily dancing away.
You guys can still hear. I can't hear anything.
Hello?
It's gone now.
No, I hear everything. Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, at the chromatic anchor.
Scene switch.
Where is she? Where is she? This one. Wait, is this the one?
Meanwhile, back at the camp.
Hold on, she wants her fancy token, probably.
Fancy token.
We go remember where that was.
Mm-hmm. I'm quite spoiled.
It better be my better token.
Getting a little sassy over there, Seino.
I like Princess Seino.
So last week when we were dispersing, I told Rainzz, I was like, I can't sit at my desk anymore, I need to go. And he was like, weak, and I'm like, well, my back's broken in 4 places.
Oh my god, no, stop!
R.I.P. Rainzz!
Rainzz!
Crushed under the guild.
I forgot, okay? I didn't even know that her back was broken. I only know she had that accident. That's all I knew.
Rainzz was like, but you had a long rest, didn't you just heal to full HP? What the fuck?
Did you recover like your points of exhaustion? And
Oh, just go to sleep for 8 hours.
Bro, just sleep, bro.
yeah,
All right.
do it, Sera, and play some cards for 8 hours.
Oh my god, your broken back is ruining my verisimilitude. Stop.
Weak.
Jeez. I love you guys.
Oh my god.
All right. Back at the chromatic anchor. Sera. Just. I said.
99.
Well.
I too am at 99%.
97.
We should all just get 99. Like a t-shirt. That should just say
99.
99.
Nice.
Yeah, t-shirt. 99.
55.
Let's
Well,
get
I hear the
swifty.
music, but I'm only at 99.
And then under there
I
it
hear
just
nothing.
ends. Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
One must imagine a Seino happy.
So happy. That doesn't exist.
Just dropped my water.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta go. Yeah.
You loaded?
Nope.
Nope.
99.
99.
Strange.
I'll sacrifice this ant.
This is, yo, can I just say, Arcadum, this is one huge load, bro. This is loading, bro. This is
How many assets do we got in here?
a fucking thick load, dude. Congrats.
Oh, I hear music now.
Yeah, but like,
I got the music. I'm still at 99%.
Hold on, let me check my speed test.
Oh, I'm in.
oh,
Ooh, but gosh, I can't
Since
move
you
it.
guys
It's
got
so
in, that means
heavy.
in 10 seconds I'll get in there too.
I'm not there yet.
I'm having
get there
a
in
lot
9
of trouble.
seconds.
It's lagging so hard.
It is?
It's beautiful. It's very heavy. I can't move it across my screen.
Hold on, let me see if I can make adjustments.
I'm not even loaded yet.
yeah, I'm still.
It must be
99.
crazy heavy.
Keep on loading, loading,
Uh,
loading, loading.
No,
Really, the only
that isn't it. It's my upload is tanking. I'm at 10 right now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
Oh, I'm in now.
But it's beautiful.
This looks familiar.
Yes, the anchors are the same map. Because they're the same.
Oh, am I in? Oh, never mind. I just got kicked out?
Yo, I'm in.
Question mark?
Is it lagging for everyone?
I'm good. I'm in.
No, I'm gone.
Oh shit!
I'm in.
My stream.
just-
My stream just went
Yeah.
red.
Oh
It's
no.
Oh,
It's a really heavy map. I was having problems with it last time.
Okay. I had to reload. It just borked for me. So hopefully I'll get in after 2 minutes.
Your stream is doing fine for me. I just checked
Yeah,
it. Okay,
same.
it seems to have recovered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, what is going on? All right.
Okay, reloading.
Maybe it'll help if I turn
At
off the
99.
stars.
100%.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I'm in.
Did that help
Is
at
it
all?
lagging?
I took off the fog and the stars. Did that help?
For me,
it's a
was
little
lagging,
faster,
so I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know. I just got
Yeah, it's a
in.
lot
I think-
better.
it's still lagging, but it is much, much better.
It's
Okay.
so much better.
If I try and move the map, and all the animations kind of lag out, but if I just stay still, that's fine. It's cool. It's bit.
Okay, I'm in.
All right. Well,
For me, everything is good.
anyway. All right, Sera. Your teleport drops you off here in front of the chromatic anchor.
She'll step out of her portal. Stretch. Pop her back a couple places. Oh. Does it truly look exactly the same as what she saw through
Not
Moto and
exactly.
Drakenhome?
It's not exactly
Okay,
the same,
okay,
but
okay.
it's
Similar.
you know, budget-wise, I can use one map for all.
No, you're
all-
fine.
Yeah.
I'm just figuring out if I needed to go into the lore of why, if it looked exactly the same.
The biggest difference is the draconic symbol that depicts which storm is it associated with. This one has the symbol for the chromatic storm.
Where is the symbol? Is that the big stone thing in the center?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does she know the symbol of the chromatic storm?
Well, it's just it's chromatic and draconic.
Oh,
It's a label.
got it. Well, Meadow. Looks like we made it.
Yeah, finally.
Getting a little better at this teleportation thing.
I'll say.
She'll scoop him up in her left arm. I let Luka know. Suppose we find a place to wait. She'll eye the other crystals here and all that. Oh, sorry, that's S, not X. Are these here? These crystals?
I'm trying to scroll. It's even lagging me. I wasn't going through this.
Okay, she won't move. I'll just talk through it.
Okay.
Are these crystals here?
Yeah, everything on the map's there.
Okay. She'll give him an eye. She wants to know if she's safe to wait this close to the anchor. Yeah, let me roll Arcana. These look familiar, but they're not... They're not funneling the hate I felt in the Dying Lands.
Well, these are pure crystals, probably runoffs from the dream. From what I know, whenever the waking realm and the unwaking realm kind of mix, some phenomena can appear. Different things like nightmares made manifest, dream crystals which contain memories, but the biggest thing is a lot of emotions.
Anything in there we can use?
I mean, it's mana.
I don't think I'm bold enough to experiment this close to the dream.
Probably a good idea.
It's the one place I don't want to be. She'll look for like a quiet, dark area, and she'll move over there. For whatever reason, they chose to chase after us to drag it home, so... It's only been a couple of days, so... I suppose we got a couple of days to wait. She'll set up a little area. She'll get her unseen servant out. Iron her robe that is not a robe. Her mayhem wing.
Her butterfly wing robe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This corner seems kind of dark and broody.
Perfect. She'll go brood. Oh, Moto. What spells you got locked in that head of yours?
Oh, I got so many.
What can we learn in a couple of days?
Let's see. Let's take a gander. Opens up spell list. What I got here? You got tongues?
No, she does not.
Well, you can learn tongues. That's a good one.
I will also bring up the spell list. That's speaking, right? Instead of she's got comprehend languages.
Tongues let you speak it though.
Yeah. Is it a ritual concentration?
No, it's a 3rd level spell.
Just an action?
Duration 1 hour. Takes an action. Doesn't not have concentration.
Based off of interplanetary traveling we seem to do. Good selection. She'll settle in, lean against Aeon. Is Aeon... Did she summon Aeon, or is Aeon just here?
Aeon's... You can summon it, Aeon. It's fine.
Okay, it did just show up. Okay.
I just copy-pasted the token.
That's fine. She'll settle in against Aeon, lean against her in a comfortable position, and she'll start to learn tongues from Moto. The irony does not escape her that she's learning tongues from a tongue.
Yes. Slap. Slap, 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 slap. Alrighty. So now we're gonna roll some Encounteritos. Oh my goodness. It was not this bad when I ran it for you guys last time. Why is it so...
I also had you move me last time, so...
The price of beautiful maps, I guess.
Maybe it's because so many players are loaded in this map now.
Maybe.
That shouldn't affect me. I don't know. And once you're loaded, you're loaded.
I had to reload because I saw a giant Moto on my screen that wouldn't go away.
Perfect. The real boss encounter.
Imagine if he does become a boss. It would be pretty sick.
It's my boy.
Alrighty, let's see here. Let's roll some encounters. So it'll take you guys approximately 5 or so days to get back. Okay. God, man, everything is lagging right now. This is weird. Okay. First day. Okay. Go ahead and roll survival again, Challa. And Luka, you too, if you want to aid him.
I can't. Could you do it for me? Because I have to reload.
I got it.
One second, let me try. Let me just know how it feels to roll high. Whoa. Whoa. That feels so good. Oh my god. I feel alive.
I can't even reach that number.
I feel alive, bro.
Guys, just give me a little bit of silence for a second, guys. Come on, let me just revel in it. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Challa again misdirects. And Luka redirects him along the right lines. Sad.
Some things never change. Okay, second day, no problems.
Well, before you roll again, can I just ask which number to see the clowns again?
Oh, thank God. They're on cooldown, so you won't be able to see them again.
Okay. I don't see the clowns.
Cooldown.
We'll see. Okay, I assume you replaced it with like the guys from Jackass. Like you just run into them on a 99.
My name's Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to D&D.
Just my name's Big Hat, and here's my circus.
Do you need us to roll again?
Yeah.
I mean, I can access my sheet now, but now it's just like this weird situation where it says your browser does not support WebGL, but I hear everything. This is weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I would say that.
Maybe close out of the tab?
I can try again. Did you roll for me?
Yeah.
I did roll for you again, and you got a 7.
Oh, okay.
So,
7?
the returning party is now lost.
Uh-huh. Classic.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
I didn't jinx that at all.
Mm-hmm.
That was not my fault.
Wait, Maelie, I can't drink Ayaza's piss? That isn't clean?
No, don't do that. I can create food and water.
Why would you even have thought it? Just
I don't know, it just looks like a tap.
uh-huh.
I thought it
You
was
see, you
Sera
twist, you
focused.
just twist right here, and then look at what he does.
I think to Ayaza, feel free to kick him if you wish. I don't mind.
Why does he want to drink my piss?
So,
As your ketamine out horse ass.
do we
All right.
roll again?
All right.
Okay.
So,
Yay.
and it's at this point that, thankfully, since we rolled high, your party finds a shortcut.
Oh.
Hooray! You're now back on track again. Roll survivals to see if you can stay on track.
Okay. I think I can roll for myself.
This is what I've been telling you all. We find the path through these methods.
Okay. Fourth day. Survival checks.
Just because you don't see the sun in the sky and we run through a thorny bushel doesn't mean we won't arrive right on time.
Wow, I'll get some not good rolls.
No, Johnny Knoxville, no, please don't do it to us.
He's coming for you.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I'm the Great One.
Yo, that please, okay to do it.
What if we man was the great one?
Yo, we'll just have to buy a cameo every session. We'll buy a cameo and give him the prompt and just see what he says.
Like 2/100, Jack Black comes out and sings this song about Challa.
Yeah, let's get it.
God. Alrighty. Well, with those two rolls, something crazy does happen.
Oh.
No.
I wish I could see.
Well, I have good news. As the party returns towards the chromatic anger, you discover something along the way. You discover a trove of dragon scales. They are perfectly preserved. And that is... Oh, I have to roll which kind of dragon. Let me roll the storm. Chromatic.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Yes. Heading that direction.
Oh, dude, give us white. I want to sip on some skim milk. Let's get it.
Oh my gosh.
Black dragon scales.
Ooh, even better.
Ooh.
Yep.
Black dragon chromatic scales.
Ooh.
And
How many?
4 stocks.
Wow.
Oh, 4 stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. Can we mark this on the map? On our not map?
How do we?
On the compass.
No, we mark it on the paper map that Effie left.
Hey, Irha, can you strap some of this to your friend?
Ira's too busy whispering to Goggles. He doesn't recognize that you said his name.
I am asking you for Gobbles.
Poopsmith! The short one speaks to you!
What? That's not my
Challa looks at Seino.
Ira looks over.
I'm not talking.
Do you need me?
I need you to strap some of this to your friend.
Oh, hold on 1 second. And he leans back in and whispers to Gobble, do you want to carry that? Are you okay with
Does
carrying
Gobbles
it,
want to carry the skin of his people?
Of course you do.
Yes!
I mean, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They are
he's,
gobble scales now.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Got
Yep,
it.
he's good to go.
Gather your forefather's skin, or as we shorten it, two.
Oh.
We don't shorten it. We don't shorten it, Gobbles. I recovers Gobble's ears as they walk over.
Father skin!
Yes, your father's skin. Let's carry your father's skin.
How heavy are these stocks?
Quite. Each stock of dragon scales is, well, they're actually pretty light, so 25 pounds.
Oh, I do not have that carrying capacity. Never mind.
Don't worry, Gobbles does.
Yep.
Are you gonna
No.
put it on Gobble's sheet?
Yes, I put the 5... I put my father's skin on my...
You got it.
Gobbles, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
Don't worry, I have 5 skin.
Yes, your four bearers' skin.
And there's 4 stalks of the 4 bearers.
Hey.
I have 4 foreskin!
Yes, you do.
He
Yes.
said it, no!
He's like an echidna. Yeah.
Right, you! Alright, final survival checks.
Luka, if you don't mind, can you take the lead here? I'm a bit confused.
I'm a bit...
I rolled a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
I believe we're on. our
Challa
way.
takes a moment and meditates and instantly hits the gritty and knows exactly where to go.
Oh, it's all that Ayaza juice. Let's
Oh
go.
my god!
Oh my.
Why does he keep doing that?
I told you, you can kick him if you want. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
You know, he sleeps. Maelie. He sleeps.
Oh my god.
Oh
don't,
my-
Don't say it like that.
So disgusting.
Oh my.
Maelie just looks at you.
Straight from the tap.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You two were
If
in
you want
top
to move
before
fast,
midnight.
if you need to move fast, you need horse chi.
Yuck.
All
I
right.
boil it. Come on, it's not too bad.
Sera,
No.
you hear inane babbling as the party gets closer.
Oh, what took you so long?
Oh, I don't know. Having to circle back halfway towards Drakenholm, and then having to come all the way back.
Why were you going to Drakenholm on foot?
There's 5 of us. 2 mounds. Some of us won't be able to even catch up. So yes, we had to go on foot.
Why'd you leave?
That is a good question. Why did you leave?
There was something I needed to see in Drakenholm before we entered. She'll gesture to the right with her arm. Before we entered the dream. So, I was there and back in a few days. Exactly the amount of time that you had left to get to the anchor. Why did you go to Drakenholm on foot?
We had no choice. You're asking us why we went. You only left us a map. What else could we do?
You kidnapped Effie. You tell us.
Sera looks puzzled. You could have asked. That is exactly what I did to let you know where we were. Did you not tell them, Maelie?
Oh, I told him.
Told us what?
Challa, you've been distracted lately. I'm not surprised if you don't remember. But, Sera sent me a message. Said, you know, what she was doing in Drakenholm. Didn't say anything about what was happening to Effie, though.
Effie was fine at the time. She isn't presently. But she's waiting for us. In there.
Could I ask how she felt in there?
She got too close. You know her better than I. Curiosity.
Luka face palms and just starts to walk in small circles, muttering to himself.
You say you had no choice. I don't understand that.
What do you not understand?
Why did you have no choice?
You left 5 of us. Okay? We were just together, 7, in a field after fighting a creature in a field with hate crystals and also other unknown creatures that could have attacked us. If we were to stay, we would subject ourselves to those same things. And we would be weaker without the total group. So, should we have stayed and waited for your unknown return, or go to the direction we know you were, to regroup?
You all chose the prophecy to go into this dream. Against my many warnings, this was your decision. To say that you were at risk, so that is why you went towards Drakenholm? You want to talk about danger. Let's talk about the real danger this group faces. I've traveled with you all for a month. I've watched your team dynamic in and out of combat. I've surmised this group does not need to fear an external force ripping you all apart, ripping us apart. What we are most at risk of, in danger of, is ripping ourselves apart. Each one of you, they've too, are hiding their true designs. Secrets that hinder us from growing together. Secrets that will rip us apart. She'll look at Challa as he approaches her. Challa, you follow what you refer to as the Great One. A deity hidden from everyone here. A deity whose divinity and purpose at any moment could seize you. And Luka, I've tried to overcome my innate hatred to what's inside of your soul, to what's feasting on you. But both you and your group are either breathtakingly oblivious or dangerously overconfident to not confront the daemon. And Maelie, just like Luka, there is so much more to you than the face you put onto this group.
Always has been. But I don't see how it's any of your business.
I learned on that escape vessel, the Taladonic escape vessel of, I suppose, my people now, that you're a star mage. And yet, I watched you navigate a crystal fueled by pure, raw hatred, and you emerged from that unscathed. Something this whole group seems unfazed by. I've seen the sun curse you with two shadows. I know what it is to have two halves of yourself. The struggle to bring them together instead of being ripped asunder. But I cannot help you if you continue to keep your dark secrets.
On my account.
Finally, Irha. Oh, Irha, the fallen paladin. The one here who keeps the biggest secret. Your internal struggle overshadows all others. The burden you carry will crush you, will destroy us, if you do not allow your allies to help you shoulder it. That is the danger we all face. Not what's out there in the dying lands.
Moto will write down
What?
the sick line you used.
Well, Sera, it's lovely seeing you again. Always cheery. He walks
Was
up.
she always cheery? But before we get back to this fallen paladin that I just currently have news of, on my account of Chaoton, I can only admit that there's only so much that I know of him, because that's all I have been able to do. The most I've been able to speak with him was back in Conflux. And I've only spoken to him with the promise of a conversation later, and that has never happened. All I know is that he exists within me, and that I called upon him in battle, and I feel fine. But there's nothing else that I can do or say or prove that seems that to quell this anxiety that you seem to have. I know nothing right now. So if you know something, by all means tell me, because I am just as lost as you are, and maybe even my own compatriots that seem to have witnessed this and not have told me anything.
I wouldn't
That not
trust her
alone?
if she said anything.
Give you anxiety that you know nothing by your own admission?
Say that again one more time. I heard two voices.
Does that not give you anxiety?
It does.
By your own admission, you know nothing.
I
would
know.
suppose your connection to that demon was stronger on Conflux because well, you see what happened to me. There is a much larger presence of that type of corruption on Conflux than there is so far on Dragonstar. This is a different type of corruption, a corruption that it seems Maelie has a connection to.
Just real quick, I want to make sure that Challa's thing that he was saying wasn't just overwhelmed there. He was walking up towards Sera and offering his hand and saying something.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see it.
If you want to go ahead and say it there, Challa.
Oh, he just extended his hand first to shake Sera's hand. Or tentacle.
She'll reach out to Tentacle. Have you mastered all 10 of those runes that I gave you, Challa?
Squeesh.
He rolls past his eyes and he rolls his eyes and he's like, that list was fraudulent. It was fake.
And you know this how?
They're just not runes. I am familiar with runes. I'm an expert,
they?
if you will. They were a joke. I think your friend here, Mordor, is playing a joke on me.
Have you tried to use one?
Yeah, it just makes fart sounds.
Let's see it. Show the group.
He pulls out the list of runes that are and then the ones he has, and the list is incoherent. I haven't been given any rings.
Way back when we first entered the Dying Lands, she gave you all 10 of them.
Yeah, I haven't been sent them.
Mm-hmm. Looks at Arcadum.
You keep looking at me all you want. He can't read them.
Yeah. So Challa pulls out this arrow. He snaps the arrow in half, and it just makes this crackingly loud, bass-boosted fart sound that rips through the Dying Lands. Look at what Mordo did. It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good one.
Like, you can't read.
Regardless, thank you. We're back together, and it's best we just go on. Once Effie's here, we can discuss all this nonsense.
I'll keep the book. We'll teach you how to read.
Need that desperately. Thank you. He whispers.
She'll pat him on the ankle with a tentacle.
Anyway. Maelie, you seem to be keeping some things. That is also news to me. But if we want to save that conversation for later.
Complex. Are you kidding, Luka? You've known I've been keeping things.
No, actually, I have not. The most that I know is that you tend to keep to yourself in some times, in some spaces. But I can't meet your Rhine at all. But I don't know what you've been keeping. If she says that you have two things, a shadow amongst you, I would like to know what that is. I have not lied about anything that I've said. I've been actually quite upfront with all of you. So,
Can you trust her?
Honestly, I don't know if I can trust you.
You can trust me as much as you've ever trusted me before. Nothing about me has changed.
Things have gotten a little dicey since that whole... I can't put my finger on exactly when, but when... Ooh, things have gotten a little dicey with you, Maelie. You used to be so chipper, joyful.
And I don't know if that changes something that I should be cautious of as well. And you too, Irha. What is this about losing your way?
Ira just raises his eyebrows at you. He's like, are you really gonna let all this stuff get to your head now of all times, Luka?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know, considering that if there's some sort of advantages or deficits, that we can act accordingly since we're about to enter the dream. So if you are without power in any sort of capacity, I would like to know to compensate for that. If we're supposed to be working together.
As we established earlier, Irha and Maelie are one person. It's no use to speak to both. And then all of us are isolated amongst our own misgivings. But we are here now, and we must move
That's the
forward.
guy that's happily pointing fingers at everyone else who even thinks differently than he does.
Maelie would blush when Challa says they're one person, but she shakes her head, not yet.
Yet?
Oh my
Yet?
God.
What does that mean, Poopsmith?
He's about to get into a discussion, and then he takes a sigh. No use talking. Let us just move forward. There's nothing to be done here.
Let's just move forward like we always do. And just ignore the problems that's happening.
The dream will reveal what we are. And if we're going to work as a team, we need to accept that.
Maybe that's what we need as a team. To be exposed to the things we hide.
I mean, I'm
Funny
all
enough
for
that
that. I'm
you
all for
seem to
that.
be all good.
I'm not saying I'm all good.
Seino told me exactly what he was when I first met him. None of you have done the same. Instead, you hide it not from me, but from each other.
Secrets aren't inherently a bad thing.
I agree.
Like I said,
When
I've
they
been
endanger the
upfront.
lives of everyone around us.
Gobbles
They
has
are.
a secret.
Go ahead. Just continue.
Gobbles
please.
is not telling.
Attaboy, Gobbles. Sera, something you're maybe not understanding is you haven't earned any trust. Why would we tell you anything about ourselves other than, hi, here's my name, here's what I do?
My problem isn't what you haven't told me. It's what you haven't told each other. I'm not looking to garner trust in myself. I'm looking to understand if you cannot trust each other, why should I?
I assume that fighting on the battlefield was a sign of trust. You know, like, I protect your back, you protect mine. I wasn't aware that we had to
I
spill our
provided you
emotions.
with my nightmare. And I watched half this team run in fear from a dragon. And no one could do anything about it. If we cannot work as a team, if we cannot cover the weaknesses of each other, there is no team. There is only I. And I'm very good at getting what I want. So why do it here? Why deal with what you all want?
Fair point. Fair play. If you want to go... There's a whole bunch of other people that are probably doing things outside of what we do, I guess.
For now, our purposes are aligned. I am terrified to go in there. And it amazes me none of you are. But I want to learn. That is also what Woad bid me. And this is the only way he'll let me back in the dream. The last time I was there, I was with the most powerful wizard I've met. And he did not deign to use his magic. So I didn't either. And I'm under the assumption that those same rules apply. I don't know how we will fight if we need to fight in there. But our memories, our nightmares, she'll pat Aeon on the side, our real nightmares, they will find us in the dream. And we will have to overcome them, and we will be able to do that as a team, not as individuals.
I think you misunderstand the team in the way that it is not that we are not afraid. I am honestly terrified every day and how we survive, but I know that if things get so bad, I have my teammates to pick up the pieces and have my back. It's not that I'm not afraid. It's that I can keep pushing through it knowing they're there with me and I'm not alone.
And honestly, Sera, it ain't the secrets that tear this team apart. It's the stuff everyone does out in the open.
I have respect of the dream. I don't know how to feel about it, because this will be the first time, obviously, for me to enter the dream. And I know this body, my form, my race, my ancestors have a history with the dream, so I don't know what will happen to me. But the curiosity almost gets the better of me here.
It's your home, Seino.
It is.
She'll move to slide on Aeon. Either be it here, or be it when we find Effie. You need to tell them the truth. You need to tell them what you are now.
Apologies, but that's not my secret to tell at the moment.
It is.
He looks at Goblins, he's like, no, I mean, right now, at this
Gobbles is afraid of mice!
Sera prestidigitation, a group of ghostly mice right behind him. Let's go.
How dare you torment my Gobbles so?
He's moving in the right direction now, at least.
Can someone stream for me? I'm so sorry.
Sure.
No,
I'll put it
we're about to change maps, don't worry about it.
Arcadum is. Streaming for you.
I'm what?
Arcadum is streaming for you.
I was watching, but sometimes I can't see other perspectives, so I can't.
In her mind, Maelie is going to chat with Ayaza real quick.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hey!
Hey, Ayaza. So,
Hold on!
you're a nightmare.
Oh, yeah! Go ahead.
You're a nightmare.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Hey, no, I mean it in a good way, because we're heading into the dream.
Oh, right.
It'll be
You're
easier
referring to
for
my
us.
subtype.
Yeah. It'll be easier for us, me being a star wizard, and you being a nightmare for us to make it through unscathed, right?
No. Yes.
All right. What did you think about what Lolly says, using magic in the dream?
Who's Lolly?
I don't know. I'm still high off of the Crown's music. What you want?
Honk, honk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she thinks really hard. You know, the tentacly one. Calamari, as Challa says.
You mean Sera?
Oh, that's her name. Yep. Mm-hmm. What do you think? She said there was another wizard, someone, I guess, who she thought was stronger than her. Is it true that you shouldn't use magic in the dream?
I don't know.
Or is that just because
maybe
she doesn't
the
know
stronger
anything about...
wizard is you?
You're sweet. Let's go.
Okay.
It's so useless.
Oh man.
What? You got the cracked out amphetamine horse. What did you expect?
I love
And
that
I
when
love
he first
him.
appeared like a year ago, he was like all mystique, broody,
He was so
shadowy, and then he did drugs.
And then he just lost himself.
Don't do drugs, kids.
my
Gobbles
God.
has a question.
Yes.
They know.
Gobbles.
Is Gobbles a bad mount?
No, why would you even think that, Gobbles?
Because Gobbles did not tell the poopsmith that he was afeared of the mices.
Gobbles matter. You don't have to tell me if you're afraid of things, but I mean, like, I appreciate if you do, so I can say, nah, Gobbles, you're stronger than the mice.
But the squishy wizard said we should keep no secrets.
And that is a choice you can make for yourself at the end, because I trust you, Gobbles. Like, I hope you trust me.
Yes! Gobbles has trust of Poopsmith.
No, wait, Gobbles?
Gobbles needs nothing else.
No, Gobbles, hold on.
Gobbles will now change Gobbles' entire outlook on life based upon this conversation.
Hold on, Gobbles. He grabs Gobbles' face and kind of, like, directs Gobbles to look at him.
Yes,
All right,
Poopsmith.
Gobbles. I'm not Poopsmith. Other one is Poopsmith. You call me Dad. Other Irha is Poopsmith. Yes.
I see. If other is Poopsmith, you shall be Peasmith.
No, Dad. You're calling me Dad.
Poo-poo.
No.
Can Luka, like, inside this whole... Like, are they talking out loud that he can hear this?
Gobbles
It's like loud whispering, like hushed. Like...
Okay, perception to hear this? Because
Sure.
they're just... Can I access my sheet? I can
Yeah.
still access my sheet. Okay, that's weird. Perception?
Ira like crouches
Oh,
down
God.
and has Gobbles' head.
What does 7 tell me? I guess I hear loud whispering.
You will hear Gobbles say pee poo poo.
Okay. He quirks a brow at their conversation.
Ira is intensely like using his hands to direct Gobbles. Call me Dad. Other Irha is Poopsmith.
Why?
I'll be Dad because I'm
Why?
cool. I'm cooler than.
You
Whoa,
did not
okay.
sire Gobbles. You are not his father.
Whoa! I am teaching you the ways of life, am I not? Important lessons. Wow. If that's how you see it. And Ira turns his back and makes a motion like he's gonna cry.
Gobbles did not mean to offend the rider in any way. Gobbles will make compromise. Gobbles shall call you uncle.
I like that. That works.
Good.
Thank you, Gobbles.
Let us go, Uncle Poopsmith.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Oh my god.
Irha seems kind of not used to riding on the back of Gobbles.
It's probably because Gobbles insists on trying to walk on two legs like a person.
Oh my god.
Like a
That's
chicken.
actually really cute.
Oh my god.
Let me position Sera. She would actually be position Aeon. She's gonna follow Seino. Because
Okay.
she innately thinks Seino is the best guy through the dream.
Yes.
Oh no.
Moto will decide what form he will take. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. Because if we're in the dream, you're going to see my true form anyway.
Yep. Here we go again.
Please don't look at my beard.
After you, Seino.
Did he say bush?
All right. Go ahead, Seino.
Sure. And Seino walks in.
Ah! He just falls in.
Wait, does it start?
It's time for Gobble!
Well, Luka's
Hey.
the last to enter,
Ryder.
I guess.
What?
You're really going to like the dream, Ryder.
Why?
I'm talking to Maelie. I'm a Yizel.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
You can tell I'm this one because I talk like this. Maelie. Hey.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey. You're really gonna like the dream. You know why?
Why?
He leaps in. Ah!
Oh
my god.
Well,
Meanwhile, outside.
Luka all by himself. He festers a little bit in his mind and pulls out the teddy bear that he's held onto for so long. And he reads the words he stitched on the back, brushing his hand over it, and then putting it back in his pouch. He looks around, watching everybody go in, and is the last to follow, with a heavy breath.
Oh boy.
Oh hell no.
I wish I could see the map.
Level 6! Level 6! Level 6!
My god.
Give me things! Give me things!
It's been since
Challa.
November.
Oh my
It's been
god!
since
Oh
November.
my god! My name is StormEdge and I want things.
I mean, look at me. Of course I want things.
I'm Storm's Edge. And I'm
On the edge of the storm.
I'm on the edge of the storm's edge.
You got it.
Actually,
her cushions.
Actually, saying you got to level 10 in one of Arcadum's games is a fucking accomplishment. It's gonna take me less time to become a doctor, dude.
It's gonna
It's
be
actually a fucking qualification. It's actually
it's a
a
decade
qualification.
to get to a decade old.
Okay, if I got pregnant the last time we leveled up, I'd only have 1 trimester left.
Your baby.
All right, you know what?
Still be,
You know
I
what?
was a
Maybe it's
full
gonna be level
baby.
one.
I was level 5 in like August, I think.
Oh my god.
We love you. Thank you for the fun game.
Boo! Bad dad!
Oh, God. You go for your first ultrasound, and then they roll the thing across your belly. They look at the screen, and then they turn it towards you. It turns out your baby's still level 1. It gets his subclass of gender at level 2, so you're gonna have to come in again in a couple months.
When Arcadum becomes a dad, his son gonna take like 2 years to level up to be born.
Yeah, but Dad, I finished grade 6 last year. No, son, you gotta take your time with these things. You haven't hit the right milestones yet in your life.
So,
No birthday.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get this next map and this story ready for you guys.
Yay!
Hey, new map that I can't see.
No.
Maybe
How do you know? It's not even loaded yet. How do you know?
I know.
Dream
Look
encounter
at the
1.
stream.
There you go. I'll stream it.
I'm already streaming.
Rainzz has
now.
been streaming
Looking
it.
at the stream.
Bro, I've been streaming for like 20 minutes.
What? Okay. Hey, lovely.
Love the thought though. We
I'm
appreciate
sorry.
you, Zahaab.
Yeah.
You tried.
I did.
Oh, well, this one loaded much faster. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this
man.
one moves
It says
perfectly.
it's
This is
90.
great.
Oh,
For me.
it's the same one.
If
That's
it not, are we just this
Oh,
entire
I'm sorry.
session?
I don't have infinite funds. I can't get 6 million maps made.
If you just rotated it 25 degrees the other way, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, bro, is this?
So it's a
This
critic.
entire session so far has just been. It looks like going through Las Vegas on moonshine. Just
Is this what it looks like?
And
for
also,
Joel when he drinks
and
the
also,
beer?
just so you know, in preparation for your dream adventure, I have ordered a bunch of new dream maps.
Ooh, new content.
It's so pretty.
Thank you for complimenting the work of the map makers.
It looks like we're on a coconut.
The cock
Nah,
and
it
balls.
sucks. I'm joking.
Let's go.
Don't kill
Yes.
me. Don't kill me. No.
Essie, that's a big stretch. I don't know what type of dudes you've been with, but they should go to a doctor.
Seino
What?
smashes on the ground, takes
He's-
100 d6 force damage.
You said it's a cock and bull.
Yeah, but you said Essie.
That wasn't me!
Oh my bad. It's the name. It's the D&D name and the real life name having the flip. Sorry.
He's had too much piss. It's fine.
I meant to say,
He's had too much.
I'm so sorry, Essie. Essie, I would never say something that disgusting to you. I apologize.
But you would to me?
Yeah, for sure. You're rank, mate.
Ask that Storm.
You're as rank as I am, mate.
Oh, that
I
was.
love you guys so much.
That was some heavy comedy right there. That was so fucking funny to me. But you would say that to me? Oh, absolutely. Holy
But
shit.
by the way, I'm sorry to mention, Challa isn't on this map because while everyone else was talking, he did jump into the middle thing, that little sparkly icon, so I don't think he copy-pasted it.
Oh, I finally loaded.
Hold on, let me go grab him.
Yay!
Just in time for Roxa.
Yay! Okay, you can stop streaming now.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Love you. Kisses.
Does anyone land on anyone else
my
when
God.
they drop down?
All right.
I
mean, it's-
those French kisses over here.
My God.
Apparently, to say French kiss in French is not as pretty as the American way to say it.
What are you doing over there, Charlie? Okay.
He just jumps, he just ends it.
Oh my god.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. Where is the? Let's do this one. All right. As the party steps to the dream, you feel a very strange sort of convalescence of your emotions, your personality, everything. For those of you that have never been in the dream before, this is a foreign and overwhelming sort of feeling and concept. To those that have been through before, you're able to brace yourselves properly against it. But every time, it is still a almost unnatural state that your body kind of goes through and that your mind sort of adjusts to. There's a couple of differences that I have to explain that everybody sees. In the dream, Sera will appear as she normally does, except that the sort of devilish malfeasance that goes through her appears to be more subdued. She seems more humanoid here than she would on the surface. Aeon is nothing but a shadow. Doesn't even look like a horse. Just a large, kind of focused piece of darkness that floats in and around Sera. And for that purpose, Aeon will vanish. As here, Aeon is just pure nightmare. Moto will not appear as his normal tiny self with his big wings, but instead you will see a full-on demon. Pretty much what he looks like in his art, except now he's fully expanded and it looks far more monstrous than he did before. Challa seems to have a strange sort of almost double persona. One of the Challa that you recognize, and the other one appears to be a warrior as well, but that is not fully formed. And you can see that the black and white marks on his arms that glow with the twin wolves seem to be far more prominent in the dream, easier to see. Ayaza, as he is also a nightmare, becomes full shadow and wraps itself around Maelie. Gobbles does not appear as the teenage unsure dragon as before, but instead bears his true name in the dream, for all of the collected memories of his kin combined together. Goddenvir the Devourer. Gobbles will be gigantic, a great worm, yet still a shadow of himself, and will coil around Irha like a protective aura. Luka will have a shadow of his own, but it will focus themselves like a pair of dark wings. And you can see that there is a mask of another face that coils in and out and around Luka's head, vying for control. Maelie. Here, you appear as yourself, but around you, not a shadow, but a mote of light. The memories of a halfling's joy, faint and nearly dissipated. And the other, a cold star of the power that yet lays in your hands. But perhaps the most distinct change of all is in Seino. Up to this point, the unassuming gnome has carried on his battles, even when he was not a gnome, with focused vigilance and a sort of simplicity. Here, it is quite different. Seino, as soon as you touch the dream, you feel a surge of power that you cannot explain, not of strength of body, not of the twisted deals of the Gambler Black, but of potential itself. Tapped directly into the dreamscape, the same stuff that makes up your own soul and body. You become attuned instantly with the dream, whereas the others will have to struggle to maintain their own personas and their own focus, and with practice can even perhaps manipulate the dream one day. You are a gnome, and as such, you walk through the dream as easily as they might walk through the forest. So, everyone else will have to take a lot of time in order to attune to the dreamscape. Seino starts as attuned. So that means that you have the ability to manipulate the dream around you to some extent. And that will be explained later. Where you actually arrive is at the edge of the anchor, the chromatic anchor for the dreamscape. And around you, you can see all of the infinite compass of the sea, and indeed of the dream, interwoven and mixed together. It spans outwards into infinity. But you can see that this particular section swirls with the visages of dragons, like shadows or silhouettes against a great burning sun. The lights in this area are adorned with these shadows of these dragons. You can hear now their whispers of draconic, eternally debating what the fate of their people shall be. Up ahead, the dream forms a makeshift sort of walkway that leads towards a set of ancient-looking doors, right along the side of the great storm of the dragon's dream. However, you do not see Effie. What do you do?
Question. Are the things on like the wings and the mask, is that something he can see, or is that just like something
Yes.
that others can
Everything
see?
that I've described, everyone else can see.
Oh, okay. Well, first thing he would do is try to grab at them, or the mask itself.
Your hand moves through only smoke.
Oh.
Okay,
He's
one
distracted by that for now.
Did Seino change physically?
Not really.
Or,
You're still
or just mentally?
a little bit physically, but mostly it's a mental and it's an internal shift, right?
Alright.
You'll look much the same, but your connection to this place is, well, it's intense.
Alright. Gotcha.
Well, Seino, where do we go from here?
Challa looks at his compass.
This feels weird. I almost feel like at home. Like it as you can see, it didn't change much about myself, but it almost feels like I know this place, even though I've never been here before.
Then maybe you should guide, Seino. You look at peace.
Sera will step into Moto, like he's her date. And she'll wrap her arm around his arm, and she'll move up to Seino, and she'll gesture towards the one path that looks physical.
I guess
After you, Seino.
if you're all are fine, then I guess we should move forward.
But no, I do not feel safe here. Challa tries to run up to Seino. Can I tie this to you? It's a little rope.
I guess.
He ties a little rope around Seino's waist and his own. There's a bunch of slack, about 20 feet of slack around Challa's waist, and he just follows Seino from behind.
Look, you have a pet, Seino. Looks
Luka
like there's more
follows
than one.
behind them.
Looks like there's more than one poop smith in this party.
Irha, are you okay?
Yeah. Totally.
I think this should be a place where we not split off too much. Everything can change in this place. It feels like too weird.
She'll look back at the group. Stay on the path. To step off is to cease. Can we roll some perceptions?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Like,
Yeah.
look around the perception.
Walk
All right.
down the path.
All right, everybody can roll perception. Seino, whatever check that you make in the dream, you roll with your level added onto it.
Oh, all right. Let me get to my sheet.
Do you-
actually.
Everything that Seino's gonna do, Sera's gonna try to help him. She's put all of her faith into Seino at this point.
No pressure, Billy.
So all your rolls, what is that,
No.
with advantage?
You put your faith, but not a leash.
No pressure at all.
You have a physical one.
Ooh, you heard that? Seino and Sera have a spiritual connection.
I don't care.
All right, when you get to this point, you can see that there are seemingly growths, there are twisting patterns all around you. You can see within them that there are these tiny little orbs that you can see that there are images. There are people moving within them, going through different, almost arbitrary actions, like eating food or speaking with friends. You realize it to be what it is. These are memories, or perhaps, more accurately, dreams.
So pretty.
Do I
Probably shouldn't touch them.
Seino,
Right.
with your roll, you see them for exactly what they are. These are dreams that are currently being had, well, throughout whatever sentient creatures that are nearby. You can see that some of these dreams look a little bit off-put, almost like they are being remembered on behalf of someone, which means that they're a bit distorted and they're a bit diluted. But what you also notice up ahead is these doors, which let me show them to you now.
I'm zooming out.
Same.
A pair of
Ooh.
strange doors, kind of grown in with roots twisting around them, can be seen. However, the way ahead looks difficult to traverse.
Can you feel Effie, Seino? Can you feel her echo, her memory?
I don't feel any like remnants
Try.
from Effie, but I feel torn to these doors ahead, and he points out those weird
You'll need to
looking
pick one.
doors.
Try to pick the one that brings us closer to Effie. Look for the thread within yourself.
Seino will try to will close his eyes and try to like closely connect to the dream as much as he could, to feel like, as he's seen all these memories, maybe memories that resemble Effie, that he could follow to get to herself.
All right. As you begin to concentrate, Seino, you float off of the ground and impart your gnomish will onto the dream, which reacts to you instantly. Ahead, the doorway leading to the Dragonstorm shifts itself open, and a path does not appear from here to there, but rather the entirety of the structure that you are currently standing on begins to move towards the door. Pieces begin to break off as the party floats as one. Seino becoming the linchpin, an almost raft in the infinite possibilities and the infinite darkness flows around you into a singular sphere, and you begin to move at a blinding speed. All around you the stars pass by, shifting and twisting as one. However, Seino, finding Effie in the infinite expanse of the dream is going to be quite difficult. And although no one else here really has a chance of doing it, you are a gnome. and this is your homeland. But you've never been here before. So, it seems like we've got a challenge ahead of us.
Oh god.
You ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Let's go, Rainzz!
Let's see if you can find Effie.
Challa gives him a good berry.
All right, let's get ready to rock.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I believe I'm muting.
It's time for some dream tunes.
My hands are shaking. No joke.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right, Seino. First thing I need you to do is make me a D20 plus your level.
All right. 13.
All right, Seino, as you begin to float through the dream, the sphere that contains yourself and your party begins to rumble, almost like a ship against the tide. You shift through the swirling stars, and you make your way closer and closer to where you believe Effie can be seen, where she might be found floating in the dream on her own. You focus on all of your thoughts and your memories of her. Now, make me a wisdom saving throw. Remember to add your level.
Yes. Oh.
Unfortunately, memories of Effie are contorted and twisted in your mind, as while trying to think of her, your mind strays to that of the Gambler Black. You begin to shift towards a darker part of the dream, toward Wode's domain. You need to turn the sphere around. Roll again.
Can I assist him?
Unfortunately, no one can assist Seino.
Okay.
Regaining his composure, Seino focuses on Effie's features. Her blonde hair, her smiling face, her back sass, all of these things are used as anchoring points as Seino begins to turn towards where he believes that she can be found. And with one focused effort, here we go. One second. He starts to fly straight through. The stars begin to swirl by. Pieces of the dream break and twist away at a rapid speed. He swirls through the dream with a singular focus to find his lost friend. Alright, make me another level check.
All right.
Alright, Seino. You think you see it, up ahead in the distance. A singular glowing yellow light. You see that it is twisted in white and silver. Uncertainty has gripped your friend. You push forward with everything that you have, until finally, you see an island in the darkness. And you approach and come to a complete stop. Alrighty, give me a second. And okay, do this. Dominoes falling.
Imagine I would have brought us to Woad and the Gambler Blade.
I don't want to imagine that.
I was kind of like on the edge of my seat.
Yeah,
Me too.
That Nat one made me
Oh!
sweat instantly.
Oh,
You know what I
That's
say?
so cool.
The dice, no, they had to make it, juicy. Otherwise, like,
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right. You find yourself on a strange island piece of the dream, and there, laying across a stone in the center that looks like to be an eye, you can see Effie. But her form is different than what you've seen before. Hold on one moment, please. You want this one, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I had your young self uploaded. One second. Dominoes falling right in the streets. One moment.
Irha congratulates Seino. Nice job, little man. I don't know what you did, but that was pretty sick.
Sera doubles over, trying to catch her breath. Hell's breath, Seino.
I don't know it. It almost like I moved on instinct.
A little warning next time.
I couldn't even warn myself.
I felt him.
Irha leans into Seino and nudges Seino lightly, and then puts a shoulder or a thumb over, gesturing to Sera. You took her breath away, bud.
I took my own breath.
All right. And you see your friend Effie
Friend.
question mark?
on the ground, but she looks very different.
Oh.
Sera moves right up to her.
And
Stop,
hold on,
stop.
let me give
Oh. Oh, here you go. This is what you see.
I love the shades. Stays all the time.
Oh my god, her left boob is so vulnerable. It's
Look,
exposed.
I had to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
If Sera wanted to try to go up to Effie, Seino would have stopped her immediately. Or
Oh,
tried,
sure.
at least.
She'll move a tentacle to move forward. You want to tell
Am
me
I
what you did?
awake?
All right, so Effie is currently on the ground, and she is conscious, but she cannot see her friends. She is sort of still trapped within the last vestiges of the memories that she had played out last time.
John Travolta memeing.
My perception checked the area that we landed.
Sure, roll it.
Sera, you
11.
know damn well how
What does that
dangerous
tell
this
me?
place is.
All right. You go forward. Retrieve her.
What does an 11 show me?
I would
Not a lot.
join on a perception check.
Okay.
What does would flux sense give me anything in the dream?
You could roll with advantage. Sera would help you. She moves back into her date position with Moto.
Sure, go ahead and roll it, Challa.
Flux sense?
Yeah,
What roll is that?
that's just perception.
Okay.
And Effie's just rolling around like a hot dog at 7-Eleven.
In place. Just floating there in place.
Flux sense.
Okay.
He flexes his eyes after a good long while of not extending the veins. Thinks it's finally time to unravel the puppies again. He flexes and the veins run across the sides of his eyes.
As you take a look around, you can see that you seem to be in some sort of... Well, the island is an eye, and there are orbs that at first you think to be eggs, but you see that are just filled with dreams. And there are 4 offshoots.
Yeah.
It
makes
seems
sense.
that you were within the dragon's dream.
Oh, there's chromatic, metallic. You see Challa counting on his hands in this way as he points in the different direction. Metallic, chromatic. But
What
there's
are you
2 more.
saying?
All right.
If you look at the pattern of the floor, there's this location we're in. It represents the 4 archetypes of dragonkind.
Oh.
Never mind though. The bigger.
Seino, what do you do?
Seino will. First of all, what is like this? I guess circle. Like, is this like a plateau or?
It's a giant stone dais in the shape of Dragon's Eye.
Okay, so it's in like on the same level as
Yes.
we are, or okay.
A dais is like a stone stage, kind of.
Okay. Seino would first not like step onto the stage, and he would like considering the threads that he followed to find Effie, the memories that he followed, he wanted to try to see if the threads are the thing that are holding Effie in place.
Okay, you
Or
have to get
what
closer
is-
for that.
Alright. Wait, when he realizes that, he will come closer.
All right, as you get closer to Effie, the dream starts to fade out a little bit, and you find yourself standing in a strange place. You see yourself standing in a house. A halfling lies dead on the floor, open stab wounds bleeding out. You look out the window, and you can see your friend Effie running down a street.
Is this like bird perspective? I see it from like above.
You see it from the window. They're standing on the second floor.
Ah. I would follow Effie.
As you will yourself to follow Effie, you don't turn around and walk down the stairs, but rather, you just float directly out the window. You are a gnome. You can walk into others' dreams as easily as you might into their houses. You move forward with each stride, eating up the distance between you and Effie. But as you get closer, you don't see the woman that you know, but a scared, frightened girl running as quickly as she can, tears streaming down her face as the cruel and unforgiving street threatens to swallow her up.
Seino will come closer, not close enough to touch her, but will come closer to almost like to almost get the perspective out of Effie's eyes, but like he's right behind her kind of thing. And he will try to almost like whisper, or like in a very calm voice, like whisper, "You need to wake up," like this.
As you whisper the words into the young girl's ears, she turns, frightened, and stares at nothing. Turns to run, trips, and falls as the night threatens to press in all around her. You recognize it for what it is, Seino. These are memories mixed with trauma, and an endless cycle, an endless repeat. Repressed emotions that were not properly dealt with are now threatening to swallow Effie whole. In the dream, they have no such restrictions.
Now realizing what he is observing, and seeing Effie on the ground, almost like in suffering of the trauma that is unprocessed and keeping her in place, he will like try, since he realized that talking to her just made it confused and he doesn't want to make direct contact into the memory, he will like sit down next to her in like a crisscross position, and will try to hold out his hands to block out the night that falls upon us, the dark thoughts that come to Effie the whole time, to keep her in place and made her remember this thing over and over again. And he will try to close his eyes and help to maybe unravel the threads that are knotted up and keeping her in place.
As Effie screams as the shadows threaten to take her again, the trauma is stopped. A small flickering candle before a maelstrom of dark wind, Seino holds back these cursed thoughts. Effie's eyes begin to shift from that of the child to the woman as she recognizes her friend. Different, perhaps in confidence and in form, Seino holds back the darkness. Effie, do you reach out towards him?
I do.
The child reaches out, and when hand touches shoulder, Effie awakens in the dream. Now you can do stuff.
Go ahead, Rainzz,
Am I-
you go first.
Effie, are you awake? Oh.
Yeah. Think so.
You were trapped in an unprocessed memory, and I kinda joined the memory.
What do you mean by that?
I saw the memory. I saw you, I think, as a child, and it was kinda, you were trapped in a loop. It was happening over and over again. So I tried to help you, and I think it worked.
What are you guys doing here?
We were coming for you, obviously.
Sera and her
Well-
moto date will move up, and she's gonna offer Effie a hand to stand up.
Effie takes it. Hey, Sera.
I brought them to you to find you.
Did you come in after me?
You went the one place I can't follow. Next time you fall in another dimension, choose hell. I could follow
But you're here
there.
now.
Yes.
So explain this to me. I went in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You were
still in the
snatched.
dream.
Yep. You've been here for 5 days on the count of the waking realm.
Well, who cares? But I was in the dream. I saw some pretty fun stuff. You know, me and I talked. Well, I didn't talk to, but I talked at Own, and you know, Cycle Q's is here too. So you're telling me that you didn't come after me, that you left, probably teleported somewhere, and then went in somewhere else?
She'll raise her eyebrows. I came after you with this
I'm just-
group of incompetents. Because there is something they have I don't. She'll gesture towards Seino. It's the one other person who knows what they are. And he got us here.
Effie, putting 2 and 2 together, nods towards Sera. Yeah, Sera. I understand. I know what you did.
You know Woad does not need an excuse to, well, unravel my very existence.
She nods.
As much as I wanted to follow you, this was the better way.
Well met. She kind of reaches her hand out to grasp hers and help herself up.
I don't suppose you know how you got here.
Nope, I kind of walked around some, fell into a really gross pit of rotting flesh tendons. There was a door at the bottom with a symbol of Sreggop on it. I'm assuming he was calling me in there. And went in, relived some, I guess, parts of my childhood. And then I woke up here.
Effie, this situation was way more dangerous than you put it this way. You've been stuck here for 5 days. If I wouldn't have been able to find you in this labyrinth of dreams and memories, you would have been stuck here probably forever until the bad thoughts of that memory would have just taken over.
She places a hand on Seino's shoulder. Seino, do you know who I am?
Yes.
Do you know who I serve?
Yes.
Do you know what pantheon he's part of?
The gray one, if I remember correctly.
And do you know who else is in the gray pantheon?
Owen.
Owen. I serve the gray pantheon. I serve Sreggop himself directly, but I serve the gray pantheon. I trust everybody, all the gods on the gray pantheon, and I don't believe Owen would inherently let anything bad happen.
Effie, that is foolish.
How is it foolish?
Owen is the god of neutrality. If you would have found
He's the
yourself,
god of dreams and whimsy.
Yes, that is why he wouldn't change the way the dream works.
And
he
you know
wouldn't
what
have
I am?
saved you from this place when you got yourself into this place yourself.
I am full of dreams and whimsy. So,
Yes, and those dreams and whimsy would have kept you in here for probably years.
yeah, and how bad would that be? Nothing bad happened to me. Nothing bad, Let's just move
Was it your
forward.
god that stepped in? No.
How do you know? You never even asked me.
Ugh.
He doesn't even answer you.
What do you mean? She holds
She'll
out
give
her
Effie a
Sreggop
small
phone.
smile.
I won't speak for you, Effie, but it would be awfully bad for us. At the very least.
For
Also,
what? We were supposed to go to the dream. I'm in the dream. I got us here. And she John Travolta memes around the room.
Yeah, and I had to save you here.
firstly, nice meeting you again. He holds out his
Yeah,
hand to handshake.
She handshakes. Look, you
Nice
basically
seeing
got a free passage to where we were supposed to go anyways. As she kind of gestures around the room.
No, Effie, nobody here has a problem or is mad at you. It's all okay. None of that.
Luka scoffs at that.
It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, some of them might be. But us standing here on this strange eye, none of us are mad at you. We just wanted to say. It's okay if you made a misstep. You don't have to defend it. It's all right. It
What do
happens.
you mean a misstep? This is exactly where we were supposed to go. Now let's figure out what we're supposed to do here and let's do it. And she
Seino-
puts an arm around Challa.
Seino will look up to Effie and will say, I am not mad at you for accidentally or on purpose getting in here. But to not accept that you made a mistake seems foolish to me.
What do you
At the
mean I
very
made a
least.
mistake?
Do not tell us and not to arrange this,
What do
and
you
we
mean
wouldn't
not-
know where
Seino
to
will
go.
walk away.
You could have saved us a trip to this weird clown place and towards the city by just telling us, go to the anchor, we're going to the dream. It would have saved
Sera
us so much
did.
time.
Sera did tell.
But after you had left, no?
Yeah, after we had left.
Exactly,
I left
that
a
is
note
the
saying BRB. And then
See,
Sera
and-
contacted both. Sera contacted Maelie.
And you
saying that
don't
We were gonna do in and out, and we would meet you at the anchor.
And you didn't have a sense of the panic and the immediate action that would make us do before this message came through when we
I
had
didn't
just
think
left.
you guys were so stupid.
Oh,
That's rich coming from you.
Excuse me?
Ooh.
okay then.
Speaking of Maelie, we brought you what you asked for. Just gonna elbow Effie.
You brought me a
Effie,
trinket.
I look, and she kind of steps forward and reaches in her bag, and pulls out the most fanciful, amazing hat Maelie has ever seen in her life.
Maelie looks at this hat and takes it in her hands. Can I roll an Arcana check on it?
Sure.
Okay. Let me get to that.
Oh boy.
Well, you're not sure if this hat's magical. At least by the term magical. But no one would ever question your wizardness again if you were to wear it.
This isn't what I asked for, you know.
It's even better.
Is it?
She thinks it over. How would no one question my wizardness?
Well, I mean, just look at it. It's fucking amazing.
It's a pretty cool hat.
Plus,
The best hat you've ever seen.
you know, it might just turn Ira's head. It has feathers in it.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, Ira thinks Maelie doesn't have to prove themselves to anyone. Maelie is great the way they are, and they don't need accessories as a statement to prove otherwise.
Yes,
But we're ladies.
that's what Ira thinks. But we're talking about what Maelie thinks Ira thinks.
But there's really no magic at all in this hat.
Not that you can see, no.
Does she get the feeling that there's any interference from the dream making it so that she can't sense any magic?
Who knows?
Fine.
You want the hat or...
She takes the hat and puts it in her pocket.
It's
You know.
How are you
She's-
jamming that
She
in
has really awesome robe pockets. Her skirt is just full of them.
there? The feathers are hanging out.
Yes. Your point.
Maelie, we got it for you.
Pocket
Hey.
You
hat.
don't want it. Moto will wear it.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Effie bedges.
I have no idea what that means.
You know, like the-
Bedges. Instead of Jeb, she bedges. Her hands are
Backwards.
down. Yeah, she's opposite of Jevin.
She doesn't put it on her head right now. She just puts it in her pocket and turns and walks away.
She
Ooh.
kind of slinks back to Sera.
And Challa tries to.
That's the last time I'll get anything for her.
No. She'll situate herself so that she's now in the middle of a date with two people. She'll put her arm through Moto's and the other one through Effie.
Go ahead,
Shall we
Charlie.
do what we came here to do?
Challa tries to call over Seino, but Sera and Effie can do that thing.
Oh, okay, go
It's no
ahead.
big deal.
Finish off over there.
You have my thing, by the way.
Yes, but they're watching.
Can I do a sleight of hand check to see if I can just grab it from Sera's pockets without anybody noticing?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check?
The drug dealer.
They're
fist bump.
looking at them, so can I also make a perception?
Yeah, everybody make a perception check.
I don't know how to make a perception check.
I got it.
Thanks.
Damn.
My chin grows.
23.
What does Challa and Luka see?
So, Challa, everyone else just sees Effie just grabbing some Sera's ass.
She doesn't have an ass. It's all tentacles.
No, she's looking for that special tentacle.
Oh my
However,
god.
Challa and Luka will see that Effie's definitely grabbing something out of her pockets and trying not to make sure somebody else can see it.
What does the other thing look like?
Describe it to him.
I don't know how to I don't know what it looks like.
It would look like a bottle.
Like a
potion.
bottle with
Yeah.
something in it.
It's got a stopper on the top. Some sort of liquid swirling around.
It's drugs.
Drugs.
As Challa and Luka notice this, Challa steps aside, and while this hat interaction is going on, he will say to Seino, over here, psst, come. Tugging on that rope that connects them.
I imagine when Seino like flew up like the first time that he like connected to the dream really. So Challa just flew with him like like on the torso bound to him.
Hey, Seino,
Yeah.
how quickly do you think you could exit this place? Do any plan?
I can't tell you. I've never left this place.
Do you have any sense of it?
I don't know. It's I hadn't had a sense of how quick I will turn up here.
Okay.
So I don't have a sense of how quick I could leave and where I would leave.
No problem, Seino. But as soon as you get any inclination that you can or would to any place, just let me know, okay?
Sure.
Aren't we here to do something?
Yeah, as soon as she says that, Challa will like kind of stumble, break out of whatever self-pity he was or sorrow he was in and step forward. Yes, and he'll push forward to the
God, I'm not used to this. Yeah. So what was the exact mission we had to do here exactly? Sorry, I cannot recall. It's been a long day.
Thea gives a small smile in this direction. Yes. What was the prophecy that brought us here that you all chose?
I would say, but I have a lot of other stuff happening. I'm sorry.
Not say it because I don't know.
Nobody knows
Sorry,
the
lots
mission.
of French
I'm
noises
sorry.
happening. Sorry.
I was never explicitly. I never had contact with Irha before this happened.
Thea cocks an eyebrow.
What wasn't?
Maelie is specifically not answering because Sera's asking.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying shit. I'm just looking to Luka or Maelie.
You see, Effie, this is what I went through to get to you.
I'm sorry, Sera.
She'll look towards Seino. Well, Seino,
Wasn't
we're
there...
looking for what is wrong with the Dragonstorm.
Yeah.
We're looking for what is corrupting it. So my best guess is we're here, she'll gesture around, which I've found myself to be a believer in fate, has brought us to Effie by Sequocuse's will. And I think this is the best place to start to understand what's wrong with the Dragonstorm. Just like you found Effie. Try to understand what's around us.
So I guess I try to connect to the Dragonstorm then to see what is wrong.
Okay. Level check.
What'd you say? Bubble check?
Sorry?
Level.
check?
Board.
Level check.
Oh,
Level 6.
Bubble check.
Level 6.
Bubble
That's
butt
the
check.
answer.
Start slapping it.
bubble.
Does he get
bubble check?
Does he get assistance from Sera since she's been trying to help him through this?
Unfortunately, this is something that no one else can help him with until
that's
become
fine.
attuned.
She'll just
Shouldn't
stand
that
there and be
be-
morale support.
Shouldn't that be a +6?
Wait, are we level 6?
No.
Yeah. Oh my god. By the way, I think Seino, if he wanted to try to connect to this, he would probably sit in the middle of the stone plateau.
Okay.
Can I
And
try
does a 16 tell me anything about the dais?
It tells you that it is sculpted to appear to be a draconic eye, and that the memories located within it, around it in the circle, they are all individualistic memories stored here physically. They are not grown here as most memories are. Whatever these memories are, they are meant to be kept safe in the storm, and they appear to be mortal memories, not the dragon's latent thoughts.
Is there anything in Draconic?
Nothing written here, no.
Okay.
Could I talk to Maelie before they continue?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tap Maelie on the shoulder, and Luka, you can join as well.
He looks up at Irha.
So, we both know the plan, but I would like to make sure that we're on the same page. Would you explain to me what we're doing?
Maelie looks into his eyes for a second, and then...
Hold on. You look into his eyes.
Oh,
You're in a
yes.
place where emotions are made to manifest. Oh boy, oh boy.
Wisdom save.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail this hard. Whoops.
No, I was waiting for it. I had my finger on the trigger, ready to fire this.
Not a question! Oh!
Sorry, can't say much. Loud noises.
Okay, where is it? That's it.
God. I refilled my bottle 2 times and it's empty again. Be right back.
Alright. Maelie, as you stare into Irha, there is a brief moment where you felt as things were before the intervention of mysterious entities and the greed of party members, before the turning of your heart and the scarring of your body, before things became so complicated. A very simple and straightforward feeling, normally that you keep repressed and controlled, begins to bubble forth. And Irha, who up to this point has been dead to your affections, not by his own choice, seems to, for a brief and subtle moment, see them for what they are. Alrighty. One second. You are in the dream, so I make this roll. I have to wait for Seino to be back. I need his reaction.
I'm back.
Alright, buddy.
Oh god. Oh no.
As you are a gnome and you are tuned more with the dream, you can feel its undulations, and as you look behind you, you can see that for this brief moment, Maelie's affections for Irha are beginning to manifest into the dream. Around her feet, soft flowers begin to grow up amongst the gnarled roots, and Irha is able to actually observe the feelings firsthand. Both of these two individuals have been scarred. And what could have been has been prevented by your actions. Let me ask you something, Seino. Do you feel guilty for what you've done?
He does. So, Seino feels guilt deep within.
This is the dream, and such things become manifest.
Oh.
And a bubbling, brackish ichor will start to bubble up around Seino, swirling all around him. As the guilt that he feels from robbing these two of what future they might have had becomes difficult to bear. And as this guilt and as this love and all the other emotions that I've been keeping track of since Effie has awoken begin to come to a head.
Seino, get control of yourself.
Sera's words fall too late. All right. Let's see what all this emotion attracts.
I feel like I'm failing the avatar state right now.
Bro, I'm just gonna have a moment with Maelie, and Seino comes in again. Look at him.
Seino strikes again.
I wasn't even trying to have a moment. I was just trying to answer her question.
All right. Well, fortunately, it seems that luck is on your side, and Seino's brackish guilt is able to subside by Sera's advice, and the two of you can continue. The moment passes. Do as you wish.
Maelie realizes what's been in the back of her head since the clowns, and she's like, oh, of course. Yeah, you're probably having a little trouble remembering, aren't you? Well, basically, we're here to try and fix the problem that's on Dragonstorm, and we've all got different feels and views on that, but they're having trouble remembering because they're all kind of squishing their souls into just one body, and it's too much for one person to kind of handle on their own. So the deal is, if we come into the dream and we fix these anchors for each of the storms, then we might be able to heal the damage that's been done on Dragonstar and kind of sort of even out the damage that's being done to the Dying Lands and to their souls in a way.
I have a question for you. Are you looking down while you're speaking?
She's just gesturing around, looking.
Is she specifically looking down, or is she looking up at Irha?
She mostly looks at Irha. She tends to keep eye contact when she's speaking to people.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, he's listening. Sorry, I was for a specific reason, but it's.
Yeah, I know what you were gonna do.
It shall not.
I know what you were gonna do. You think I don't know? I know exactly what you were gonna do. Oh yeah.
All right, Maelie, continue.
Go ahead. No, please.
All right. She's not looking down.
Kiss her. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, each storm is kind of divided into sections, and that makes up the whole of the dragon storm inside the dream. So basically, we restore the anchors, I guess, through Seino, and she says that part louder. Restore the anchors, and hopefully it'll heal what's been broken.
All right, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Exactly what I had in my book. Thank you. Yep.
Not a problem.
Could we?
Is that it?
Yep.
All right, then. Continue.
Seino, you know better than I. Keep your emotions in check.
Sorry, it was a great wave of self-doubt.
I see that I was wrong. One more person keeping secrets. from each other.
Should we do stuff?
We have to wait for Seino. Or I suppose we could try ourselves, but he is far better equipped to navigate this area than I am currently.
Ira speaks up from the other side of the area. He's like, well, maybe if you stop rattling on people, they'd be able to help you more.
Mm-hmm.
Seino will let out like a deep breath. Okay.
Seino's doing the best he can.
I'm good. And
Did you not just see what happened, Irha?
Emotions get the best of us, and he pointedly looks at Effie and Sera.
And you are not worried by the rippling guilt you just saw.
I am
in a
worried.
reaction to what Maelie obviously feels.
Maelie glares at Sera.
Whoa. Okay, all right. We're gonna have to work together.
What does she mean, right? No, I'm sorry. Gobbles isn't there.
Effie puts a hand on Seino's shoulder. It's okay, Seino.
See,
You got this.
look, perfect,
Thank you.
perfect. What we need, Sera, that right there, support, emotional support, is what we need.
I just know that Seino is the best way to transfer us through the dream.
Effie, don't ruin the moment. Come on.
Support is earned with apologies and acceptance of oneself.
Seino will chuckle a little and will say, Effie, sometimes you are too truthful. And he will sit back down. Well,
We have an objective to do.
Calm his mind.
We've been on Dragonstar for a bajillion and a half months.
30 days.
30 days. Ooh, about time for my moonblood.
Green blood?
Drink your dream blood?
Oh my god, the scream.
Oh my god.
And
Perfectly cut screams 101.
Seino is the best person to help us through this. So
Are you
Seino,
in a
Right.
rush? You have to be somewhere? Are you missing an appointment? Like,
She wants to get out of here just as
What's
much
an
as I do.
appointment?
when you
She'll sit down
schedule
as best she can with her
something with
tentacles, and she's gonna hold out her right hand to Seino. You are right about one thing. He's our best way through this. What can I do to help?
I don't think there's much you can do.
Effie massages his shoulders.
That will only distract me, to be fair.
She does it even better.
Was,
Um,
oh my god.
Roll for massage.
Roll for massage.
On the anchors, Seino.
Oh my god.
Roll for massage.
Oh, it's pretty shitty.
Oh my god.
It's a pretty bad massage.
You're gonna give him more knots.
Effie has no idea what
please
she's
stop.
doing.
I'm doing like the karate chop on the back.
Karate chops.
That's the worst!
Oh my god.
could Challa see onto the islands when he did his perception check?
Yeah.
He'll point to the one in the southwest, up here. That there's something in the middle there that he's interested in. In the south, there is seems to be a platform of some kind over there.
He's pointing north.
Challa. Those are probably the anchors that Seino's about to mess with. If you want to go over there, be my guest.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh,
Challa just sits down.
Okay. Seino will take a deep breath. And will calm his mind and tries to connect to the Dragonstorm.
all right. As Seino begins to connect to the Dragonstorm, trying to suss out where its corruption might be and ultimately what can be done about it, Seino's mind expands, and he begins to hear the whispering chorus of dragonkind. 1,000 thoughts repeated from dozens of generations. Unfortunately, we are at time.
Damn.
So I must prep for the next game.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Oh man.
Sounds good.
One day, guys, we'll be level 6. One day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I can't say anything. Lots of French noises.
The goal right now is to. We don't hear it. I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
I don't.
That's
Yeah,
because
but
I was muting myself. That's the
okay.
only reason why.
No, but like, it's okay if they're in the back. That's fine.
No, I don't want that to distract. So I have to. My living room is right next to my bedroom, so it's gonna come through.
Yeah.
All right, let's see some fan art.
I
Goal
look
is to
forward to
die
no longer
before
having
level
29
6.
HP.
I need Challa to die before level 6.
29.
If he dies before level 6, I'll cry.
I need him to die before level 6. I can't see it.
Oh wow, this is
That's what
is this fan art from our very own Roxa?
Imagine if you had that Teledony gauntlet during the
Flashback.
during
The clown lore.
during the
What the
I don't think anything would be different.
what is okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that what the fuck is all this?
The hat.
Look at his knees.
These are all
Go.
doodles that people in the
Maelie
community
hat.
requested.
Very good.
If you flip it, it says something else.
Why do I have why do I have a gross mouth?
Oh my god.
I don't have a gross mouth.
What are those? What? That picture of Irha at the bottom right? What?
It's Irella. Ira's Corella DeVille.
I like that Irella is the only one that has color.
The only one.
For the
I mean,
lip.
how else are you supposed to draw
Just the
Corella
lip.
without the lip?
True.
So yeah, if you're in
Okay.
art BC, you can hang out and doodle some stuff together.
Oh, dude, look at oh wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's his new armor. That's what it looks like.
So snazzy.
Yep.
Snazzy.
Angry Luka and happy Luka.
I just love it. It's
That's so cute.
It's adorable.
Say his
Egg
name,
made
you will
of-
be laughing when he kills you, the pee pee poo poo man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about
Aw.
that. It was so
Yo.
cute.
Oh heck, I need to grab the feathers back from Luka. Forgot about
Oh yeah. he still
Okay,
has
Uncle
that.
Poop Face. No!
I'm loving it. Just the sassiest dragon.
Oh my god.
Why do you have to wait so long for level 6? We have to spend 7 sessions doing talent and bathroom. Oh, this is sick.
This is so sick.
Oh, that one is really
What?
cool.
Hold on.
Wow.
Let's zoom in.
Whoa.
Oh, this was a
Yeah.
zooming through the dream.
The
Yeah,
zoom.
Seino almost looks like a monk. Oh my
Very
god.
cool.
Cool.
This is so sick.
Love that.
Now kiss! Kiss her!
So accurate.
Oh
Bro,
my
just
Now.
trying to ask a question.
Now,
Arcadum's like, now's my
kiss.
moment. Now's the time.
Yes! It's time for emotional updates.
god. I have to
Alrighty.
calm down. This was so much attention in one session. Help.
You did great, Ray.
You did a great job, Rainzz.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Thanks.
Six.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see here. Zahaab, thanks for the 19 months. Zinmaster, thanks for the 2 years. Rainzz, thanks for the 19 months. Sping,
Yo.
thanks for the 5 gifted subarinos. Zinmaster, thanks for the gifted sub. And Zinmaster, thanks for the gifted sub to Ad Astra. Wow. So, as a quick aside, my birthday is July 24th, which is a Monday. So, I'll probably be doing a big boy Omega stream on Monday. Yeah, just so
Yo.
everybody knows. I don't know what I'm gonna stream, but I'll
He's
just
getting his big boy pants.
stream all day. I'm gonna do like a big 12-hour subathon stream. I'll have some extra goals up. I think it'll be fun.
Fun.
Is it gonna be a bathtub stream?
Yes.
Just
Oh my
Chat-
god.
chat-
With the book,
chat-
You know,
bikini.
there is a part of me that wants to do a stream at the pool, and I could just like talk to people
Oh god.
at the pool. That'd be kind of cool, I think.
Sit in the jacuzzi. Just stream live.
Starting to write
Yeah, but
sub.
I don't think that's good though.
Starting to write Riot all over his body because Riot keeps sending subs.
Oh my god. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks a lot for playing, players. This was a great session. In 20 minutes, I'll be back with episode 2 of the Dark Sermon. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.